How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F1 2020 My Team Career Mode, where we're bringing Brabham back to the very top of Formula 1. And this episode is our season finale, and at the end of this episode we will be choosing who our teammate is for season 2. Now, heading into this race, I've seen all your comments, we'll get to that a little bit later, but first, Brazilian Grand Prix was last time out, and I had the difficulty at 108. I still felt like I outperformed the car in not so much qualifying because I was focusing on the race due to those grid penalties, but I felt like I outdid the car, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go 109 for this round, see how we go, and then maybe for the start of season 2 we'll be on 110, which is the hardest difficulty you can go to. So we'll have to see how we go for this round. 109 it is, and it's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix season finale for season 1. Let's get into it. So you can see here I have changed it. We're at 108. 109 now. The only way we can go any higher is go to 110, but we'll go for 109 from this point onwards for this weekend, and then we'll see how we go into season 2 as well. Heading straight into our first qualifying run now, and as I'm going through this lap, you'll see me go through sort of turn 1, turn 2, absolutely fine. Turn 3, a little bit of oversteer there, didn't quite get it right. Now this lap, halfway around the lap, my pedal box broke. So I ended up having to use a foam roller that you roll your muscles out against the wall that's in front of me to try and stop the pedal box from moving, basically. And as I've gone down that straight just there, I had to pause, try and get it right. So I took a couple of efforts to go into the next corner and make sure my pedal box was okay, and then I just carried on the lap as normal. So it wasn't the best lap. I was a bit annoyed about it because I didn't buy the pedal box that long ago, and it's kind of already had a bit of an issue, so I will be sorting that out hopefully as soon as possible with lockdown restrictions involved as well. P21 at the moment, Mick doing a great job there in P13, and then into our second run now. You can see I've started to get a bit more comfortable. This lap was a lot better. I kind of removed the pedal box issue out of my mind. It didn't feel that bad, so hopefully I'll be able to... I just went into this lap thinking hopefully it still stays okay. We're now half a second up, and I'm going to show you the rest of this lap because it shows how much of a difference it made by me feeling confident with the brakes and with my feeling while I'm driving, because already 8 tenths up, nearly 9 tenths. I ran a little bit wide there, but managed to get away with it pretty well through these fast right-handers. The braking into here, I feel like I have to brake quite early. I can't brake where the red line is. It doesn't allow me to go in that deep, but even still, using all the road, didn't cut the corner there, surprisingly enough. Thought I was going to get a warning for that, but 1.2 up. Didn't get the best run through there. I didn't get a good exit, and then through the final corner on the exit, 1.3 faster on that lap, but it was only good enough for P20, which I was quite surprised at, to be honest with you. I felt like I was probably deserving of being a bit faster than that, but Mick in P10. However, we did up the difficulty to 109, so maybe that will be where we're at, but hopefully we'll have a better race and see how we get on.
It's the final chapter of the season then here at the spectacular Yas Marina circuit. It's a race where the pole sitter failed to finish in 3 of the first 4 events. A front row start here is by no means a guarantee of victory, so we go into battle once more as we get underway at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the Yas Marina circuit, just over 3.4 miles long with 21 corners and 2 very long back straights. There are 2 DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both turn 8 and turn 11 and offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners as well, in particular 15, 16 and 17, which will certainly test a driver's braking management. Anthony Davidson is with me one last time this year as we bid a fond farewell to another great season of Formula 1.
It's been another great year of racing, but let's not look back just yet. We've still got one more Grand Prix ahead of us. Some of these drivers don't know if they'll be in the sport next year or how competitive their car might be even if they are. So this is a race where every driver should be striving to make the most of it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Alexander Albon, and Verstappen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Norris, Stroll, Kvyat, and Sergio Perez. Hamilton, Schumacher, Pierre Gasly, and Raikkonen. Magnussen, Ocon, Mr. Monaco, and Roman Grosjean. Sainz, Russell, Giovinazzi, and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So there we have it, end of qualifying, and I have to admit, halfway through that qualifying session, my pedal box kind of broke. Like, you know, they've got like the grippy bit at the bottom. It just kept flapping away and the pedal box was moving. So I've now got a foam roller against the wall and then the pedal box pressing up against it. So we'll see how we go until I can get this fixed. But I wanted to get this episode out today. Mick did a great job. I was super slow. I was kind of trying a bit frustrated about the pedal box as well, so I'm not sure whether that's contributed to it, but P20 was where we actually qualified for the Brazilian Grand Prix, so I'm interested to see how we get on in the race at 1:09 as well. So hopefully we'll have a good start, make a few positions. Mick with a great job, a few grid penalties to help him out, but he was 10th in that first session, so he's obviously maybe improving, or the car's reasonably good round here, I'm not too sure. So let's get into it. The strategy, I've had a bit of a play around with it. It said soft, medium, medium, but the soft medium, it said it was only slightly slower, and I reckon I can get more out of that softer tyre, so I'd like to think that's what other people were doing. 3-stop, never going to happen. It's not going to work out, so let's go with that, and let's get into the season finale of Season 1 of our My Team career. Here we go for the start. Got a few quicker guys around us, likes of Ocon. Great job by Mick there, sent it right up the inside. Let's put us into a good spot here. And Hamilton in P10 at the moment. That is not good for his championship fight with Valtteri Bottas. Send that right up the inside. Sorry, Mick. He's doing a great job, I have to admit. P10 for him at the moment. I've jumped up to P8. Had a good couple of corners there. Everyone else kind of checked up a bit. Send that up to the inside. I didn't think I'd have to make... I was going to make a move there. But they just checked up enough for me to be able to slot it up the inside. I was all run into the back of Lando Norris there. Decent first lap there. I'm coming under a bit of pressure from this train behind. And once again, it's not really where we should be. Mick is close though, so maybe we're about where we are. See what the pace is like for the rest of the race, but get a nice toe on Max Verstappen here. To brake a bit early, I was carrying quite a lot of speed down that straight. Little lift through here, it's such a tricky corner on the exit. As you come out off the corner, that right hander's off camber, a little bit of a bump. I'm trying to figure out where the other cars are quicker than I am, so I can use my ERS. So much oversteer there. If I can stay within DRS range of Verstappen here, I might be able to gap Norris a little bit. Oh, touch the bollard there. Use my ERS, try and catch up as best I can. Do not get DRS. I thought I did. I thought the line was heading into that hairpin. Obviously not. Have got DRS now, which is brilliant. Able to catch up with Verstappen. Do have DRS on Verstappen now. It's more just, at the moment it's just to defend from Norris, because ultimately I feel like they've got a bit more pace in general than I do. Oh, that wasn't so good. Might come, oh, press the start button. I always do that, try and look behind and I press the start button. They're quite close together. Fat fingered it. big bit of oversteer there, and that is gonna... Oh, I went to defend. Okay, Norris. First one, my bad. But that last one, into the corner, I felt like he didn't need to make, and he should have some damage, to be honest. Yeah, he's getting swamped now. Been able to pull a bit of a gap there. Norris has obviously got damage. Check our car. Our car's fine by the looks of it. Gonna have to defend. My God, how much pace have you got, mate? Jesus Christ! You just came flying at me. Try and sneak it up the inside there. He's going to come again. Just keeping him on the outside. Look how much pace that he's got instead. Really messed that up. Salvaged it. Mick has been able to keep Lewis Hamilton behind him. Oh, that's so bad. Pit window opens next lap round, so I think I'm going to box this lap, come in a lap early, and Kvyat's going to come flying past again. Got the inside this time. Managed to block him off quite nicely there, but I will come in this lap, see how we go. But Mick's looks like he's defending from Hamilton still. He's doing a great job. See what, our pace was really good until I had to start managing these tyres. No, it's not, Jeff. It's not looking good. The tyre wear isn't looking good. You're having me on. There we go. First pit stop. A few people have gone past. It'll be interesting what their pace is like. I wanted to come in early just to see how we go. I was struggling with the tyres a bit. We're going soft, and then medium. So even if I come in a little bit earlier, 2.3, good pit stop. We've got Hamilton right behind us now. Let's see how we go. One more stop. Hamilton's Verstappen's 7 seconds. He obviously pitted. And Norris is right behind. He's on the mediums. So Verstappen's getting held up by Latifi. Just interested to see where Mick and those other guys behind me end up. If I can get the most out of the tyre, just go super quick and just push as hard as I can for this lap, this stint even, and then come in maybe a bit earlier onto the mediums and get that track position. Mix in the pits. And my DRS system's failed, which is not good at all. With the others around me. But we have got out quite considerably ahead of the likes of Kvyat and Mick. I'll be interested to see what tyres they're on. Use all my ERS now, because, and even hopefully it gets fixed soon, because if they come past me, I'm going to be a sitting duck for the rest of them, because I won't have DRS to try and catch up. At the moment it doesn't matter too much, but it could do if I get past, or if we catch up to the likes of Giovinazzi who's ahead of us. Look at that. My god. The oversteer there was just ridiculous. That was... I can't believe I saved that. Get my ERS down as best as I can, but I'm going to have to defend, I'd imagine, into this next set of corners. Yeah. And Norris has hit me again. I left him enough space, left the car's width on the outside for him, but he didn't use all of it. But maybe if he's got more wing damage, that might help, but doesn't look likely. He's coming under a bit of pressure from Sainz now. Again, used all my DRS, ERS even, because I have no DRS. It looks like we'll be alright now into this one. It's close enough, but just catching quickly. I'm going to stay. Norris, do you want to hit me any more times in this race, bud? It's another touch from Norris. I mean, he's not doing himself any favours, really. Because I'd imagine he's probably... be shocked if he doesn't have damage now. When pit window opens in about 3 laps' time. P6, we're doing really well at the moment. Surprised at how... well we're doing, considering we've got a broken pedal box. Tyres starting to go off now. It's getting to that time of the stint. I can feel the rears just there, just on the exit. It's the rears particularly. The setup was quite aggressive that I put on, but it's alright. Rather than have good pace and manage it than be even slower. Just like that. That was just ridiculous, but we've got a big train now starting to form as people have come into the pits and bolted new tyres on. So much oversteer. I'm going to be a sitting duck now. Send that. It's only as the tyres have started to go off, and it's weird because it doesn't seem like the other guys on the softs, not so much Norris, have struggled for pace as much as I have. Like once the tyres start to go off, which is a shame because, gee, and I'm going to pit this lap because I'm under a lot of pressure, and they're going to get released, so it'll be interesting to see where we end up. But I had to kind of let them go. Everyone's going to have to make another stop anyway, so just get onto a nice fresh set of tyres, maybe try and undercut a few people, but we'll stick the mediums on and get to the end of this race. 12 laps to go, so not too long. 2-second pit stops, really good from the boys, and hopefully we'll come out in a bit of clean air. Quite a few in the pits. Norris in the pits there. Norris has come in the pits, and we've managed to gain a lot of time on him, which is brilliant. Sainz pitted again, or has he just dropped to the back of that pack? Because he was pretty close. And all these people in front of us have to pit again, I'm assuming. If not, then we might be in a bit of trouble here, but it's in the pits, as is Hamilton, who's had a terrible day at the office today. He has had an absolute shocker. 7 points behind Bottas. Got a grid penalty, and now he is... looks like he's going to lose out. Get that stopped. Had to get that done early doors. He's on an old set of mediums. Let's try and make our way up to the back of Carlos Sainz now. Norris is 2.7 behind. Ten laps to go. Norris has caught up loads. 1.3. Serious pace at the moment. He has got Hamilton right behind him, so hopefully they battle, but we've still got 9 laps to go. Or so. Have to wait and see how we go now, but they've caught up very nicely, unfortunately for us. It was 2 point something. Hopefully we can finish this season off. I'd like to think Norris would be coming under a bit more pressure from Lewis Hamilton. But it doesn't seem like Hamilton's got the pace either. Which you'd expect him to be a lot faster than he is, to be honest. P8 now. Those cars that came out, I think, fitted softs, so it's going to be a big push to the end of this race. I'm just shocked Hamilton isn't quicker, to be honest. You'd expect him to be flying through, especially Norris, like AI on AI, you'd expect him to be a lot quicker. Coming under big pressure here. Norris, I'll keep giving you all the space in the world on that outside, and you keep hitting into me. I think that's the 5th time he's hit us today. Back into P6 where we were originally in that first stint. If I can hold on to P6, I'll be amazed. A lot of the guys behind Hamilton are on soft tyres as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on now, heading into the final stages of this race. If they can make some moves. But without DRS, I'm not quick enough to break away from DRS. Again, Norris. One more time, bud. Just might as well. Why not? I hope he has some damage, because, and I suppose I'm lucky. In real life, we'd both be out of the race by now, but. Okay, and again, we've been hit. Are you I'm actually in shock that that's happened again. Lando Norris, if you're one of our teammate options, you've just gone right out the window, you muppet. I'm lucky I didn't choose him now. I mean, don't get me wrong, in real life, he's top class, but that was shocking behaviour. Hit us on the way in to the first left and hit us on into the next right. He's pitted. I've got a bit of a gap. I'm going to be absolutely stuffed heading into the final stage with Lewis Hamilton behind me with an understeery car He's going to fly by. Oh, wow. Got away with that massively. No way was I backing out of that. Now he's under pressure, and hopefully that gives me a chance to break away slightly. Ooh, a bit wide there. Kvyat's right on me. Try to give him a bit of room at the apex there, and he's had a spin. I thought I gave him enough room there. Let's have a little look at that just quickly. We've got 2 laps to go. Yeah, he just spun. Just spun. I gave him a bit of room. I mean, he wasn't really alongside. The move wasn't really there, but didn't think he'd spin. Squeezed him off pretty hard, though, to be fair. It's my bad. Bit of a dirty move. One thing I would say, we've had decent pace in this race. Like, decent pace. So I think we're going to be starting next season on 110. Let me know what you guys think about that, actually. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. But also, do you think we should try 110? I'm at 109 now. And I probably had top 10 pace. Absolutely melee behind. Ocon and Gasly now ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton must have had a problem there. Oh no, Hamilton's now back ahead of Gasly. Ocon's broken away slightly. Yeah, let me know what you think. If I should just start next season on 110 and really, really push hard, see how I get on. Or just keep it on 109. I mean, I'm P6. We've got 1 lap to go. Our car's not top 10. And I've probably had pace for the top 10. I qualified terribly, but qualifying isn't always as easy as the race, typically. So, final lap of the season now. And I've got Ocon right behind me, my god. It's going to be a bit of a push to the end here. Just get a good exit out of the hairpin. Use all of that ERS down here, because he'll catch that 6/10 up super quick. But yeah, final season of the race. I had so many plans to make this series, and there we go. Charles Leclerc, the winner. As the fireworks go off. It means Valtteri Bottas will be the world champion, as Hamilton's finished even behind us. Unless I didn't see he had a problem, but wide there. Just get to the end here. I'm struggling for grip and for pace. This wing damage. Should be alright now. Use 4th gears. Roll through the corner. Coming to the last couple of corners now. Bit of oversteer. Just make sure of that. Bit of oversteer on the exit. And there we have it. The end of Season 1 in our My Team career mode. P6 in that race as well. It was a bit tough. Norris hit us about 12 times. Driver of the day as well. Qualified P20, don't forget. So we've had a great result there. A fantastic result. And you know, there we go. Valtteri Bottas, world champion. I'm not sure that's going to happen this year in real life. I'm not sure he's got enough to beat Lewis Hamilton, but great job in this series. And I'd love to see him stand on the top step more often, because he is a very good driver. People underestimate how good he is. Charles Leclerc did win that race. I wonder who finished second. I suppose Vettel had fastest lap as well, I think. So what a season we've had. It's been quite a whirlwind, really. Charles Leclerc wins the race. Another,
the key today.
Yeah, Vettel and Bottas on the podium there. And I felt like 109 was compared to where our car is, I think we probably need to go up to 110. I've never driven on 110 ever before, so I'm interested to see how it goes. But let me know what you think, if I should start next season on 110 or whether I should stay on 109. Let me know in the comments down below. So there we have it. Charles Leclerc, the winner from There we have it. Charles Leclerc, the winner from Sebastian Vettel, who is retiring at the end of this year, just like Kimi Räikkönen, and Valtteri Bottas, the world champion, followed by Albon, Verstappen, myself in P6, and Lewis Hamilton in P8 had a shocker, and Mick finished P15, which for him is a fantastic result. I think he has really improved over the last 3 races, but I still want to change it up. P15 for him is a fantastic result, and I know I always are quicker than him. I was 0.6 faster in the race, and I didn't really have DRS other than that lap where I was behind George Russell. Look at the final standings. There we have confirmation of Valtteri Bottas, the winner, from Lewis Hamilton, Leclerc, Vettel, Verstappen, Albon, Daniel Ricciardo outperforming Ocon quite heavily. I was P8, which was a fantastic result, really, in the grand scheme of things. 87 points for me, and I feel like that isn't a great representation of where our car is, which makes me want to really progress and go up to 110 to make it as hard as I can. McLaren jumping Racing Point right at the end of the championship by only 4 points, and then P7 for us ahead of AlphaTauri. Now, in the championship, that's where our car is. I suppose the next step is to get the best of the rest and hopefully challenge for podiums as much as we can, but we will be going to 110. I think the fact that we finished 8th in the championship shows that we've probably outdone the car a fair bit, but I want to be able to get to 110 and do a really good job on that as well. And let's look at these highlights. I managed to get quite a decent start off the line. The 2 Ferraris leading the pack. What I would do to see that again. Mick sending it right up the inside of quite a few there. I managed to sneak up the inside of one of the Racing Points there, and then I managed to keep my position up the inside of that right-hander as well, and I gained some good positions early on in this race, taking out the bollard, making sure I'm using as much track as possible. Probably not the best idea, but we had good pace. Before tyre wear, we were really strong. They weren't really catching. As soon as the tyre wear came, that was it. It was game over. And it seemed like the other cars didn't have as much of a problem on the older tyre than I did. And that's when they would catch up significantly. And it was a real problem because maybe we need to do some tyre wear upgrades, I suppose. But we have to wait and see how we go. But overall, a great race. Managed to sneak up. Managed to get past Kvyat after he kind of came past us originally. And we'll be making some changes to that livery. And hopefully, I think the season pass starts soon, so we'll have to wait and see how we go with that, because if we can get some new liveries on there and something to be upgradable, that'd be great, because we'll be changing livery, we'll be changing helmet design, all that good stuff. So it was amazing how much pace Norris had on that medium tyre. He came at me quicker than Lewis Hamilton. I don't know whether Hamilton had a problem or Norris just had a silly amount of pace. I'm not too sure, but we managed to hold him off towards the end of the race, and he hit us about 100 different times, and hopefully this is one of them. I've squeezed him out. He's hit us there. He's got enough room, and then this one here, he's just sent it up the inside again, and he's kind of messed himself up there. And then this is where Hamilton tried to come past us, and he backed out of the throttle there. Oh, he had a bit of damage. We did clip him. I didn't think we made contact there, and then right at the end we've got Kvyat coming right at us, and he makes a spin. Everyone kind of just manages to get past, and because of the damage I had to the front wing, Ocon even came right at us towards the end of that race, and there we have it, the end of Season 1. So here we go, time to decide on who our driver is going to be. We've got some high cash balance, all good, don't worry about that. I'll do some upgrades on here, just to get these done so that they're working nicely. And now it's time to choose our new teammate. So heading to the driver market, the choices were Kevin Magnussen, George Russell, and Pierre Gasly. Now, I've looked over all of your comments, and with a resounding lead, really, I had, I think, 2 or 3 options for Gasly. Someone made a great case for Magnussen, but George Russell was by far the most popular driver, so that is who we're going to be going for. Now, that's not to say that we don't get him, but I'd like to imagine we will. So let's go and approach George, approaching the drive. This is the first time I've done this. So our team, driver demands is 9 million. Yeah, spec 1, we can get him. That's not a problem. And now let's negotiate. See what we have to do here. Okay, so we'll start. So here we go. This is the first time I've done this. So you're about to start contract negotiation with George Russell. Other teams are also interested in this driver, that being Williams, his current team. You must have the winning bid to secure the driver for your team. The auction is a timed event. A global countdown will just be displayed, and if no bids are made for 5 seconds, a hasten timer event will occur. So 9 million, we might have to go a little bit higher than that, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go with just large bid straight away. Make sure I secure him. I just want to get him. I'm not too worried about the cost. We've saved up enough. We'll go large bid again. 6. There we go. Current bid is under consideration. They've gone 6.7. I'm going to go 6.8. I mean, I'm happy to go up to 9 for what he's gone up to. Finalising deal. Come back with a counter. Under consideration. We won. Right, there we go. George Russell is now a Brabham F1 driver. Complete negotiations. There we have it. Contract costs is 10.2 million. That's something we have to really make sure we sort out, because at the halfway point we're going to have to renew it, so we will have to save up our costs as well. But you can see he's 80 rated now, +5 pace, heading into season 2. So this is where I'm going to leave the episode. We've chosen George as our driver. He is now in. Let's see if we can find him in this area. Corporate. There we go. George Russell, Brabham F1 driver. How good does that look? And then, so what we're going to do, we're going to leave it here. I have got some upgrades to make, but I'm basically going to do one episode filled with all the little things to do. So the press interview, the car reveal, all those different things. That's what we're going to do in the next episode. And then after that, we'll head it straight in to season 2, the Australian Grand Prix here in Melbourne. So thank you. I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who has switched onto these videos, engaged with it. Season 1, I never expected to have anybody watch it, really. It was just something for me to do, something fun, something I really enjoy, and I love this game, and I really enjoy producing content, so it was a way for me to do those things. And I just want to thank every single one of you for engaging and liking the videos and commenting and even just flicking on, even if it's for a couple of minutes. It really means a lot to me, and hopefully we can just go from strength to strength and just keep building a really nice community on this channel. And I've absolutely loved it. It's been so enjoyable, and I can't wait to get into season 2 in the next few episodes as well. And on that note, that'll be the end of this episode. Thank you ever so much for watching. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel for more F1 2020 and racing game content. I'm Sam, and I'll see you on the next one.